Hello and welcome to our honest review of the accessibility room at Drury Plaza. We stayed in room 1002 in the Palm Tower. The key is a key fob. As you go inside, there are two spy holes. One just above the handle height and one that's higher. This one is accessible if you was in a high up wheelchair. I still think it's too high for if you were in a wheelchair to be able to use. Over here is where the iron is kept and the ironing board. I have got the ironing board out so you can see. There are hangers up here and here, a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hangers. That's it. It isn't very wide at all, about the width of my arm from hand to elbow. Then we come over here, we've got a safe, coffee machine, microwave, small fridge and like a footstool under there and a little storage cubby hole there. The safe, to do it, you get to set up your own code and then it locks. It's quite simple. The microwave, same again, quite simple instructions. The coffee maker, check that it works. Mine didn't work and I had to phone up the reception and I soon got another replacement, and that's easy enough to do. You literally get these pods, you put it in, you fill up the top with water and that's what you take out and put in the bin. Then we've got these. This is what they let you borrow to put your suitcases on. We have got 3 large-ish suitcases and 3 small suitcases for our hand luggage. The door for the bathroom is extremely wide and would allow a wheelchair in. The bathroom has that for rails around the toilet, that's it. The toilet is a little bit higher than their standard one, but if you have hip problems you probably will need a higher one. The shower area has 2 showers, one shower here which you can take down and use, and a handrail is just that one there. Then you've got this bench here which does lift up should you need it to, and then round here you've got a standing shower and there's the 2 handrails and you've got one more handrail there. There isn't any anti-slip, but it is completely 0 step to get into the shower. There isn't anything to stop you slipping either. There's 2 hooks there.
The toilet roll, you just push out and then it comes undone, and then when you need a new roll you just put it back in the slot and then put the other one back in and it just pops back together.
Okay, and we've got a big mirror in here. The only thing I will say about the mirrors in this room is that there aren't any that are low enough should you not be able to see into them. So if you was in a wheelchair or you are a little person, you would find it extremely hard. And I found it hard getting close to the mirror to put on makeup or anything like that because everything has a surface in front of it. But otherwise, all good. Do you want to do a flush of the toilet so we can hear the noise?
Yeah. Maybe noisy for some people.
So not too bad there. There's another mirror here and another sink. Same again, you've got that thing there that work surface that prevents you from getting too close to it. There is a hairdryer in the room and an ice bucket. The hairdryer is a very simple one. It gets the job done, but I found in the humidity here It's taking my hair longer than normal to blow dry. This is possibly the only mirror that you would be able to see in if you have a wheelchair. However, that is placed there. It does not fold up that I've been able to see, but you can move it out of the way so that you could get closer to it.
It does fold up.
Oh, it does fold up.
So it folds up like this. You just push the two bars together and it folds up. You can either slot it down the side of the bed or put it somewhere else.
But that is literally the only mirror, and unfortunately this is the only space that we use to put our suitcases whilst we were staying here. In this room there are two massive beds. The gap down the side, this side is not very much at all, but in between these two is wider. You have got a clock, and on top of it has two USBs and two plugs. You then got this light, nice and simple. You've got a drawer, and then over this side you've got another bed, and then you've got a lamp here. Then this is the window. You've got a net curtain, which is pulled by that to close and open. And that one. Here's the view from our room. Out in the distance you can see Epcot over there. If you turn that way you can see Magic Kingdom. You can't see it until it's night time. You see the fireworks.
But there also is the Epcot ball right over that building there.
Yep.
You can see the kind of domey bit, that's Epcot.
And then over there we have got Disney Springs. That's where the lifts are. You do not hear them at all. But as I say, you can have blackout rooms. The handles to do the curtains, very easy. And if you don't want it as black as that can be, you've got just the nets that you can use. There's also this chair. It's that chair and the wheelie chair that we have. I've put the ironing board up. It's quite low. I've put it there so you can see how low it is in comparison to the chair.
Also there is a bin under the table that you may not be able to reach, but I think you could.
And what's on the top here?
Got some plug sockets and a phone
Two more
to
USB ones and
a phone to ring pizza if you need it.
pizza or anything like that. The theme park transportation is fantastic. They have a ramp that allows you to get onto the bus. They've got seats that they move to the side so it fits a mobility scooter, it fits a wheelchair, and it can take quite a few people on mobility aids. And then you've got the return ones. I'll just zoom a bit closer. So they're the return times and they're the going times so far. Then you have got this, which tells you the breakfast times, the kickback, the popcorn, soda, the Wi-Fi throughout the whole entire hotel. And then there's just a little bit more information and a layout of the actual hotel. Then there's a food menu downstairs should you want to have something from the kitchen and bar area. This one doesn't have the prices on, but downstairs does have the prices on.
And there's another light here which can turn off and on.
Good. And these drawers, we found that the contents of one suitcase fits in about each drawer. So we were really worried about where we were going to store everything, but it's all worked. But otherwise, I'll just pan around the room for you. You can see it's nice and big. Only thing I would like to see in here is possibly a mat in the bathroom to prevent you from slipping, and possibly a full length mirror, because if you had any dressings to change and you needed a mirror to help you, this would be the only one. And it's not in a bathroom area where you'd be able to use it. You'd have to come out into the main room. but very high ceilings, very nice. Do we hear any noise from anybody? No.
But mainly on the top of it, only a little bit, not much. And I'd say this is my favourite hotel I've ever stayed in so far.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed it. The laundry room is on level 2. The dryers are above the washers. I'll show you that in a second. Just around the corner is where there is an ice dispenser. This is the case on level 10.
The buttons are at a wheelchair height, so you could at least reach it. Here's a Mickey Mouse where you can take pictures to remember where you went for the summer holidays.
And the floor to get on it is easy, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no step to get on the floor. There's just a little bit of there's grippy floor on it, so you don't have to mind about stepping up or slipping. Here there are dog treats, where if you bring a dog or assistance dog to help you, you can give them a treat if they've done good.
There's been lots of assistant dogs that we've seen at this hotel, haven't we?
Yeah. The perfect height, you can reach into the dog treats, it lifts up.
Around the corner by the lifts, there's this section here where if you do any online shopping, you can have it delivered to the hotel, and it's just placed upon these shelves. And then if you go down here, here's the list. We've got the Palm Tower and the Cypress Tower. If you go down here, this is where there are some water bottle fillers, refills, and the restrooms.
Also, if you do like pictures, you could take a nice picture over here, because there's all the lands that you can go to. Here's Disney Springs, that's Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and the main one, Magic Kingdom. Here are the water fountains, pretty slow down ones for wheelchairs, high ups for people, and then there's little ones where you just put the bottle under and then it fills up itself. It's kind of a slow bit coming down.
And this is where the conference centre part of the hotel is. We've never had a need to come down here. The pool outside does have a hoist system. I've never seen it being used. It's been completely covered over. As you come out by where the lifts are, is the pool area. This side there is a step. If you go round to the right, there is a ramp. So here is the ramp that goes round to the pool.
But to get in, you have to use your room key, tap it on, and then you have to kind of like crunch it down on the door.
So it's a longer route, but you have got step-free access to the pool area. There are towels provided here, and they just collect them. They're blue and white striped towels, and that's where you get in. Right, there is a hoist there. I don't know what it looks like, it's never been uncovered. However, there's a handrail there, there's handrails there.
The splash pad, when you get on it, very slippery. But you see where it's like a yellow creamy colour, that's where it's scruffy, but it can be slippery for some people. But the blue and white bit is quite slippery, just to warn you.
So these are the towels that you can use on the sun loungers and around the pool. You can also take them up to your room as long as you bring them back down and put them in the used box there. George is now going to show you the sunbed.
Well, they're low down, so I'd say easy to get on if you're a wheelchair. Maybe not, but I don't know. there's a table here, and at the back there's a little thing so you can move it up where you want it to go. So if you want it like high, maybe low down, I don't know.
And here is where there's a pull lift phone for assistance with pull lift, lift receiver. And I'm guessing that in there that's where you can do that. And then there is the emergency phone, and that will go straight through to the front desk. Outside by the kitchen area are the toilets. Each toilet is accessible. There's companion toilets as well. These are the poolside toilets. So this is the larger one. Nice space at the side there for transferring. Bin, mirror, sink. If you was unable to get into that one, the main ones. Sinks again at quite a height. Even the sink in the disabled one is quite high, all censored, so you're able to do that. There's a nappy change section as well, and a wide door to get in and out, but it is quite heavy. By the toilets there is also another ramp there that takes you into the splash pad area. Otherwise you've got outdoor seating area here. Underneath the shutter is the bar area. There's also some larger seating areas, sofas, these chairs here, which are quite low down. You've got chairs there for dining, and there as well.
I really like our stay here because it's quite a nice place, and it has lots of accessible places here.
Inside as well, there's plenty of space to sit down. You've got laptops at computers at two different heights. The bar area has seats at many different heights as well, and styles. And then in here you have the shop. Totally overpriced in here though. The outside of the hotel, where you can pick up your Ubers, your taxis, your buses, you have got completely step-free entrance here. Not at all until over there. Is there a curb? If we go across the crossing bit, which is where the Ubers and the taxis tend to pick up and drop here, and the Disney shuttle buses are here. There's step-free access here, and then there's curved area there and there. Otherwise, all nice and step-free, lots of space, not too busy, and easy to negotiate.